Izzy, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We are excited to talk about Shucked, and I'm excited to walk you to work.
I really appreciate the company. You can get lonely on these New York City streets.
Oh, I can imagine, with all of these people.
All of these people. Usually I'm like, get out of my way.
Right, exactly.
But this is nice.
Focus.
Yeah.
How's it been so far, though?
Oh my gosh, it's been a dream. Shucked is the funniest show I have ever been a part of. The company is wonderful. The material is fantastic. It's just been the best gift. I got to get my own apartment, like rent an apartment by myself with this money, so I'm happy.
I imagine that being a part of a musical that is new probably comes with some challenges, but also an exciting opportunity to do some new things.
Yes, absolutely. So this show opened in March to, rave reviews, and everybody in this city loves it. It's labeled, I believe, the funniest show on Broadway. There's something really special about doing a show that has zero pre-existing source material. It is just these characters that were, came up out of the heads of Robert Horn and Randy Clark and Shane McAnally, and it's a riot and a hoot. And what's wonderful is that because of that, there's so much room to play and just let my imagination run wild based on what's on the page. And Caroline Innerbickler, who was the original Maisie, laid a beautiful foundation, and she created a wonderful blueprint for me. But I've been lucky enough that Jack O'Brien and the creative team has been very liberating in terms of allowing me to make my own choices with her, and they've always been open to discussion about her curiosity and like what I think she would be thinking now. And so I've had a little wiggle room to make Maisie my own, which has been really lovely.
I love that.
While I'm surrounded by these very grounded actors who know deeply who their characters are.
Right.
And so the fun math of it all has been like, okay, if I know who you are, how do I fit in as a cog in this wheel to make it all seamless? And so it's been a real joy.
With this being a new original musical and the fact that you had that similar experience with the Prom, is there anything you took from that experience that you were able to inject into this experience and make it a little easier to navigate?
Yeah, well, I think what was great about the Prom, it was my first original Broadway cast, which was unbelievable. The show itself was the most wonderful training ground because I was in this ensemble comedy, but I didn't have to be funny. So I got to watch these legends like Beth Level and Brooks Ashmanskas and Christopher Sieber work their magic.
Yeah.
And I feel like I absorbed a lot through osmosis. The primary aspect being that like, you're not funny, the material's funny. And so the more you just play the truth of the situation, the given circumstances, the relationship dynamics, what the genre you're in, the stakes of it all, the funnier it'll be to the audience, as long as it's not funny to you. Us as the characters, we're the last people to think we're funny. Everything is very serious. So I think I learned that from everybody at the Prom, and also learned the power of laughter.
Are there any interesting behind the scenes moments that happen that can give us insight into the show that maybe the audience would never know otherwise?
Well,
I feel like there is.
There's always I feel like most shows people have their own backstage rituals that they do, and there are quick change moves. Oh, this was something random that happened. Yesterday there was a cockroach on stage. It fell from the rafters.
Welcome to New York, right?
Horrifying. And then so off stage, everybody was like, do you see the cockroach? Who's gonna get the cockroach? Is the cockroach gonna happen? And I was like, sitting at the table in Tampa with John Bellman, watching this cockroach crawl across the stage, and everybody in the front row was pointing and looking, and I'm like, trying not to, I'm ready to kick it if it comes near me. It didn't, it fell into the pit.
Izzy, it's time to get Shucked.
Yeah.
Work.
I'm at work. Thanks for walking me to work.
Thank you for letting me walk you to work.
Of course.
This is so fun.
This was great.
Break a leg.
Thank you.